Hello and welcome to the Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India in association with the Deltin Casinos. I am Mandira Lalwani, right here at the Mumbai Racecourse, where it is time for the second classic of the season, the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 Guineas, a race for 3-year-old colts run over a mile.
The Deltin Casino's Indian 2000 Guineas is the second Indian classic of the year and is the first leg of the Indian Triple Crown. This Grade 1 contest over a mile is open to 3-year-old colts, geldings and fillies and is a test of speed and some endurance too. The Triple Crown runs from here to the Indian Derby and then to the St. Leger over a mile and 3/4, making it a grueling series for any thoroughbred. In fact, since the first ever 2000 Guineas in 1942-43, only 9 have ever won the Triple Crown. The 2015 revival found a sponsor in Deltin Casinos, a company that runs gaming and hospitality operations in Goa and Daman. In fact, as a group, their flagship property in Daman, the Deltin, and their flagship in Goa, Deltin Royal, are the market standouts.
We as a group have been following and supporting it well, and I believe that there is a lot of passion associated with this game, and hence we will continue to support as and when required to be. The Daman Hotel has been up and running for 18 months, and we are awaiting the license for the casino there, which we hope that we should get soon. As far as Goa is concerned, it's a matured business now, and we hope that that will grow from strength to strength as it has been doing in the past few years.
In the paddock for the Deltin Casino's Indian 2000 Guineas, the arena was abuzz with excitement, as a match race seemed to be building up between Dallas Todiwalas and Pacey Shroff's runners Phoenix Tiger and Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger had won his lead up in telling style at the start of the Bombay season, and to make things more ominous for his rivals, the horse that he had beaten came out and won twice after, including a Class 1 race an hour earlier. Ridden by the Irish ace Colm O'Donoghue, Phoenix Tiger would race in Sharper Mysteries Silks. Costa del Sol too had won his lead up in telling style, but to his disadvantage, that had happened back during the Pune season, as his final intended run into the Classic had gone void, and it was left to Pacey Shroff to get him fit, a Herculean task for such a demanding contest. With P.S. Chauhan on top and in Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's silks, he too, like Phoenix Tiger, was bred at the Manjri stud. It wasn't long before the field of 9 left the paddock and made their way to the start.
Time now for a quick break. When we return, we take you straight to the race, the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 Guineas, so make sure you stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching The Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India in association with the Deltin Casinos. 10 horses are in the fray for the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 Guineas, each with perfect pedigrees and impeccable form. So which one made it to the front? Which one won the race? Time to find out.
The 9 runners for the Deltin Casino's Indian 2000 Guineas were at the start being loaded for the second Indian Classic. Most believe that the standout pair of Costa del Sol and Phoenix Tiger were the horses to beat, and this was reflected in the markets by the time the starter set them away.
And they're away and racing for the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 Guineas. Magnificence being a little lethargic. Colombiana settled second last. Perfectionist in the gold and red gets a flyer from Phoenix Tiger, sporting the white cap in second spot as a past the 1400 meter marker. On the outside, Rigoletto showing plenty of speed, making a forward move. Then there's Bold Appeal in the gold, in the brown and gold and brown wide of the track as a path to 1200, hugging the rails is Costa del Sol, very close behind Magnificent, being tracked there by Colombiana, making a forward move. Bold Command sporting the white cap, third last as a past the 1000 meter marker. Airco making a forward move. Last of all is Admiralty. With about 800 meters left from judge in the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 Guineas. Perfectionist just a shade in front of a Bold Appeal. On the far side, Rigoletto in the center. Then there's Magnificent. Colombiana struck 6 of the fence in the saffron and white. Phoenix Tiger is looking for the split in between horses in the striking position. After that is Costa del Sol. Perfectionist comes in on first from Rigoletto in second spot. Phoenix Tiger is trying to make a forward move on the outside. After that is Costa del Sol, Colombiana widest of all. But Perfectionist is the leader. And the Phoenix Tiger is the one galloping strongly up on the outside. Costa del Sol making a forward move. Then there's Bold Command. But it's Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. It's Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger and Colmo Donoghue winning the 2000 guineas from Costa del Sol. Perfectionist, magnificent. After that is Bold Command, Rigoletto, Colombiana, Admiralty, Airco second last. Last of all is Bold Appeal.
Up the straight, Colm O'Donoghue got Phoenix Tiger into top gear instantly, and after getting past a stubborn Perfectionist, looked to have the race sewn up. However, Costa del Sol had started to find his best running legs just a little bit late and was driving at Phoenix Tiger, giving the fans just what they had come for. At the post, there wasn't much separating them, and the promise of a rematch in the Ruya in a few weeks was enough to get the racecourse buzzing. Both horses are sons of Phoenix Star, who stands at the Manjri stud, giving the father-son duo of Shapur and Palin Mystery a famous 1-2 result.
We finished 1 and 2. Very happy with Phoenix Star. I think he's a great stallion. And well, they finished 5 lengths ahead of the third horse. So what more can I say? Very, very happy. Yes. Yeah. Well, on form, he should have won the way he did, and he did. So it was a good crop, and neither of the two horses have really done anything wrong. Both are Grade 1 winners. Both deserve to be where they are, fighting it out for the 2000 guineas. And I think these are the best two horses in India at the moment. The winner races, the way he races and the way his stride is, looks more like he'll get 1.5 miles. The runner-up, on the other hand, is more stoutly bred than the winner is. So I think it's, well, I'll be very happy if they're both fighting it out in the finish in the Derby.
Oh, feeling really happy. I might have won 200 races in my life, but this is the moment because my first Indian Classic. And he's a wonderful horse, and I think Furlong from Home, when he went ahead, I knew Colm would take him to the finish. It was a great feeling.
He's a smashing looking individual, which you saw on the paddock, and he's been like this all along. I mean, he's a good horse. There's not much training I have to do. He trains himself basically. I have to just keep him happy and just fine tune him, that's it. When Costa came alongside a Furlong from Home, I was a little worried, but then Colm kept his head going and I always knew we were going to get there. Most probably, I'll discuss that with the owners, but I would love to run him in the Ruya and taking a stepping stone, because the Ruya this time is a good month away from the Guineas. One of the best.
No, look, you know as well as anyone, the good horses make it easy for a jockey. He jumps and he travels great, and he was very smooth through the race, and his sire is very good. He stamps him really well, gives him great body and good action, and he's very smooth through a race, so it makes it very easy for a jockey. It could well happen. I don't think 2,000 metres will be a problem to him, and look, hopefully then his class might carry him a bit further. He's very genuine, so I knew if something came to me, he'd battle back again, and he's clever, you know. He keeps a bit in the locker, so you can always go to guns with him. It's very high end. Look, it's a pleasure for me to come and ride for Mr. Mystery and Stud Farm Andrew, and everyone be here. And to come to India, it improves jockeys. It's improved me. I came since 2005, and as I said, it's a pleasure for me to work with so many great people, and I enjoy it immensely.
And they're away and racing for the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 guineas. Magnificence being a little lethargic. Colombiana settled second last. Perfectionist in the gold and red gets a flyer from Phoenix Tiger, sporting the white cap in second spot as a past the 1400 meter marker. On the outside, Rigoletto showing plenty of speed, making a forward move. Then there's Bold Appeal in the gold, in the brown and gold and brown wide of the track as a path to 1200. Hugging the rails is Costa del Sol, very close behind Magnificent. Being tracked there by Colombiana, making a forward move. Bold Command sporting the white cap, third last as a past the 1000 meter marker. Airco making a forward move. Last of all is Admiralty. With about 800 meters left from judge in the Deltin Casinos Indian 2000 guineas. Perfectionist just a shade in front of a Bold Appeal. On the far side, Rigoletto in the center. Then there's Magnificent. Colombiana struck 6 of the fence in the saffron and white. Phoenix Tiger is looking for the split in between horses in the striking position. After that is Costa del Sol. Perfectionist comes in on first from Rigoletto in second spot. Phoenix Tiger is trying to make a forward move on the outside. After that is Costa del Sol, Colombiana widest of all. But Perfectionist is the leader. And the Phoenix Tiger is the one galloping strongly up on the outside. Costa del Sol making a forward move. Then there's Bold Command. But it's Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. It's Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger from Costa del Sol. Phoenix Tiger and Colmo Donoghue winning the 2000 Guineas.
With that, we slip into a quick break here on the Winning Post. When we return, we tell you what exactly it is that goes into making a champion. Thank you for staying with us. You're watching The Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India in association with the Deltin Casinos. Now, a race may be run for just a few minutes, but a lot of work goes behind making a champion. The story is no different with Phoenix Tiger, the winner of the Deltin Casino's Indian 2000 Guineas. Mohit Alwani went over to Dallas Todiwala's stable to find out. Have a look.
With me, the winning trainer of Phoenix Tiger. Dallas, let's just replay that Guineas in your mind. He looked particularly well in the paddock, and it just seemed that you had him absolutely spot on for the moment.
Mohit, he's basically a very, very good-looking specimen to begin with. So I just helped him. I mean, the horse did everything himself. I just had to help him and keep him happy. And I had to fine-tune him. And Colum helped me with it. And we got him spot on. God willing, it just clicked. Colum rode a fabulous race. He always wanted to settle him. We were just hoping we had a decent pace up in front. And Colum settled him beautifully. He was sitting third. He had no hampered passage. The race went for us. We got a lovely opening round the turn. And when he passed the front horses and took it over, I thought that I'd won the race. But when Costa came alongside me a furlong from home, it did give me the jitters, and it was anybody's race then. And I just crossed my fingers and I was just praying to God that we'd get home. But he was the superior horse on that day, and I think Colum rode a fabulous race.
He did, and we'll come back to his future and what you have in mind for him. But let's go even further back. Yes, Shapur is an owner who supported you. He supported your stable. But go back. Did you pick this horse? How did he come about coming to your stable?
I bought two horses actually for a friend of mine, Phoenix Tiger and Mogadishu. And due to circumstances, my friend backed out from the deal. So I was looking out for some owners, and in the end, since I couldn't fulfill the commitment, I told Shapur I'll keep a share in Phoenix Tiger. And Aban was sitting next to me at the stables. So just before the race, Aban bought a quarter share and Munchie bought the share later. So it just happened to be like that.
All right. Let's talk about his future plans. I mean, the Ruya seems to be obvious. Is that what you have in mind?
Yeah, at this stage, yes. I will run the Ruya. And then the Derby. That's the target at present.
Let's talk about the Ruya. You're going 400 meters more on paper, and you're one person who does look at the pedigrees. You've possibly had a deep look at that, but once you're on the track, somehow you need to find that balance. But let's talk about his pedigree. Is the 10 furlong trip, is the mile and a quarter a bit of a concern?
On the pedigree, yes, but as far as the individual goes, the way he gallops, I don't think the mile and a quarter would be a problem. Maybe the mile and a half in the Derby, but the mile and a quarter, I wouldn't be very worried. Unless Costa stays better than me and beats me, it's different if he's the better horse over a mile and a quarter. But my horse will get a mile and a quarter.
All right, that's reassuring. Phoenix, what a stallion. As a stallion, what a year he's having. For someone like you who supported him, I mean, he was always good. He was precocious and the babies would come to hand. But he's just moved into that classic realm right now.
He was a top-class racehorse. He's run against multi-dimensional. Shapur and me had both gone to England a couple of times. We saw him run at Royal Ascot. And, okay, he didn't win, but he finished second in 4 Group 1 races. And in all those 4 races, he had multi-dimensional behind him. He was always a top horse, and Henry had always told Shapur that tell the trainers not to do much with this horse. I mean, with his progenies, because they'll just come to hand on their own, which they do. And it's been Phoenix Star's third crop, basically. He's just come into his own. His horses are precocious, and the good big ones have got a bit of class, and they've got classic potential.
They sure do. Now, Dallas, for you personally, you've trained many classic winners. Like in this sport, look, it's a great leveler. You know, there's ups, there are downs, and you've seen those as well. Where does this rank in on your trophy shelf, I should say?
This one's really special because, in all honesty, I know it's insulting to me, but it's my first Indian Classic after Dr. Ramaswamy left me. I appreciate Dr. Ramaswamy for giving me all those top horses where I won so many Indian Classics between Forest Fantasy, Star Supreme, Simply Noble and Starsky. And after he left me, it was a big climb, and I really thank my friend more friend than owner Shapur Mistry to support me. And yes, I won regional classics. I won the Mysore Derby and the Bangalore Colts and the Bangalore Oaks with Athens this year. But to win an Indian Classic after a span of 13 years is something really special to me.
It sure is. Now, you know, coming back from what you went through, all of a sudden you had India's strongest arsenal. You were the United States of America when it came to training, and then all of a sudden it was all gone. What does it take? What kind of resolve does it take to come back from that?
Believe me, Mohit, when that happened, when Ramu left me with 70 of my top horses, I mean, I didn't know what hit me initially, but just the love for the sport. I just love the sport so much. I said I'd carry on, and I thought, you know, with my one quality I had, whether I was a good trainer or not, that was up to the people, but I thought my honesty would, you know, owners would flock to me, but in all honesty, the owners didn't, because they already had their own niche set up, and that was very fair and rightfully so. So I had to really pick up the pieces from zero, and I won't lie to you, there was no bravado on my part. In between, I really felt like I thought I'd just give up and throw in the towel, because it wasn't the same, you know, playing the game at a very low level. It took me 4 years to build my string, and then one day I think I lost it with my owners, and I went to my old owners, Naushad Talati and Noza Pantake, and I said, listen, I'm going to give up the game if I'm not going to get good horses. I have to start thinking big and buying big. And they gave me a budget, and I went and I bought 2 horses for them, 2 Glory of Dancers from Nanoli, from Farokh Ratanse, Dover's Hill and Home Alone. And that's when I picked up. And then a Rakesh Wadhwan's string came to me from Vinayak. And things changed, and I started getting better horses. And then I started, my buyers started buying me bigger, more expensive horses, better pedigreed horses, better quality. And I slowly came back into it. When I won 2 championships in Pune, I just thank God, you know, I said, I've come back into it.
All right. And finally, you've achieved a lot, like we said. Look back at your life. I mean, you've trained under a man like Rashid Bairamji. How much would you have learned from a man like him?
I owe it all to him. Him and his wife, Dolly, they looked after me like their own son. I've learned whatever I am today, it's thanks to Mr. Rashid Bairamji and Mrs. Dolly Bairamji. They were everything to me. And Mr. Bairamji never ever hid anything from, forget me, any of his assistants. He was an open book. He parted his knowledge to all of us. And according to me, he's the greatest trainer that India has ever seen. And in my eyes, he's always the greatest human being on the race course.
And that's it for this episode of The Winning Post. Remember, if you missed anything at all, you can always catch it on our YouTube channel, on rwitc.com as well. Of course, do follow Mohit Lalwani on Twitter. And remember, till we see you next time, may the horse be with you. Goodbye.